Jason here, and I am here to talk to you today about SEO. And what SEO stands for is search engine optimization, and that is how to enhance your blog or website so it can rank on the search engines organically or free as opposed to paid. So there are a lot of people out there that can show you and teach you how to do what I'm going to teach here today. And I don't claim to be any smarter than any of them, but what I can say is I'm very good at what I do. So what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to give you a foundation, basic information that you'll need to know if you want to take your blog or site to the next level, and if you want to use SEO to help you rank organically. And now there are a number of ways that you can accomplish that, but SEO is a great way to do that. But if you don't take anything else from what I'm going to go over today, remember this. The best and most effective way to rank is to have content that is relevant to them, and you have content that is updated regularly, whether that be 2 or 3 times a week at minimum. And over about a 5 to 6 month time range, if you have relevant content that is updated regularly over a 5 to 6 month range, you will see that you are ranking in the search engines. If you don't take anything else with what I have to say from this point on, because I'm going to spend about 15-20 minutes in the training, but if you don't take anything else from what I've said, just remember, relevant, updated, regular content will get you ranked in the search engines over time. Okay. So if you open up the SEO checklist that I have 3 elements of SEO that you should use on your site or blog, and that's content, links, and social media. Okay. So if we actually head to the blog that I have, I don't blog on here as often as I used to, but there is a lot of good information here that you can use that will help you over time, because as you can see here with the Build Your Business, I spent a lot of time with articles that will help you, that you can use over and over again. And I also have my business site here that you can use as well. So if you have any questions on any of this, and this is only the beginning, if you feel that this is a good training and you want me to do even a more in-depth training, we're going to talk about if we want to do a more in-depth SEO training on blogging, WordPress, or whatever. Okay. So if you look at the SEO checklist that you have, and we start with content, first we're going to start with keyword research. So what you want to do, you want to find, or you want to think about, what are the keywords, what are the terms that the people in your industry are actually looking for. Okay. And how you can do that is, if you head to Google, you could just type in something. So if I say what to blog about, okay, you'll see here there are some suggestions on things here that others are actually looking for, because they're going to only make suggestions of what people are actually typing in. So as you start typing, you'll see there are other suggestions on there, and people are actually typing that information into the search engine. So that can help you to determine what keywords are you going to write about or have your blog or articles about, what people are actually looking for. And there are a number of tools out there you can use. You can use Google Keyword Planner, which I have here, and I had typed in here what to blog about, which you can see here. And here are also suggestions, and they'll say here, on average, this is how many people are actually looking for that a month. So start blogging, 69,000 people are looking at that on average a month. But what you want to do, you want to look at long tail keywords. So you just don't want to have blog, because if you just have blog, there'll be millions of people out there blogging about blogging. So the longer the keyword, the less competition you're going to have. So that's why if I was going to start all over, I would focus on long-term keywords. So I would say how to blog about plumbing, or how to blog about church, or how to blog about business, because the longer it is, the less competition you have, and the more likely you are to create content that is relevant for the person searching for that term. And if you're actually blogging about what people are actually typing in into the search engines, more likely than not over time, you're going to rank. All right. So that's keyword research. Next thing, on-page optimization. If we open up my blog, I think I had one of these tabs. I actually had my blog open. Okay, here it is. So if you hear about header tags, and those are what is relevant to the search engine. So you'll hear about H1, H2. The H1 is the title of your blog or article. H2 is the next level down. So you want to only have as a rule of thumb one H1 because that is the title of the blog or article. You want to only have two H2 tags, three H3, and on and on. After about H4, there's really not anything after H4 because after that, all of your content and text is in that H5 and beyond. But H2 is just if you have subheadings under the main title or article that you have. And so just as a rule of thumb, you want to have no more than two H2 because what you do not want to do, what used to work, is to have the keyword planted in the article or blog over and over again. Now the search engines know to look out for that. You do not want to do that. You want to make all of your writing natural. If you make it natural and it's just sprinkled throughout the writing, but it makes sense on how it's actually placed in the content, then you'll be ranked. Okay. Interlinking. That is, how do you link in between other pages on your site? So if you'll see here, let me see my blog. Okay, so you'll see here I actually have a lot of blogs. So if I click on one of the blogs, you'll see here I have links. This one is heading to a link on the outside of the site. Now this one here is a link that goes to the inside. So it goes to another article on my site where I talk about who I am, my family, or whatever. But what you want to do is you want to have internal links on the articles or on the blogs on your site, because that's going to keep people on your site longer, which in SEO terms is great because you do not want to have a high bounce rate, which we're going to actually talk about in a few. Description. Okay, so if you look here where I say what to blog about, the description is right here. Okay, you're going to only have about 160 odd words, 150 or so to write this, but you want to put the keywords in there. You want to be laser focused on what this is about, because you want to, within these 150 words, say what is this blog or article about to attract others and to show the search engines that what you're writing about is actually relevant to what they're searching for. Okay. Okay, so what you want to also add is video or images to your site. So if you look, and I'm going to just add media here. If you look here, what a lot of people don't do is do the alt tag. Okay, so if you write in your keywords in the alt tag right here in your audio, in your video and in your images, that's going to show the search engines that the information on your site, the graphics on your site, are also relevant to what people are searching for. Okay, so that's how you want to also use that. Next thing I'll talk about in content is user experience. So you want to make sure that when people visit your site, they find what they're looking for instantly. So if I have anything on my blog, so you'll see when you enter my blog, I actually have an explanation of what you're going to learn. You'll see right when you enter my site, right up that I have that explains what you're going to learn while you're here at my site. You don't have to wonder, are you in the right place? You already know. And then I have to the side a must read post. If they came to my blog or site for a reason, they're immediately up front. They know why they're here and if this is the site for them. And most likely how I have everything organized, they know this is where they need to be. They're going to stay. And we had talked about bounce rate. You can look here at Alexa.com, and I'm going to enter in a site that I've helped a client with. And you can see here, it's going to show you, this is actually a free tool that you can use. Uh, you can see, wait, let me type it in. Baton Rouge limo. Okay, you can see here it's going to show you how popular the site is in the US and abroad, but right here is what you're after, bounce rate. Okay, you want to know what that is. The higher that number is, the worse it is, because if people go to your site and they bounce off immediately, that means that the information you have on there is not relevant. So that says to the search engines that if they're typing in what to blog about and you have a blog on there, but they're jumping off the site, obviously what you have on there is not relevant to what they're looking for. So you want to try to have this bounce rate lower. And as I said, the average is in between 26 and 40% is excellent. In between 41 and 55 is the average. 56 to 70 is higher than average, and anything over 70 is bad. But how do you get the bounce rate down is have relevant content and have information that pertains to what people are looking for. Okay. And the last thing on content is you want to update the information regularly so people know that they could come back to your site over and over again for information that is relevant to what they're looking for. Okay. Next thing is links, off page optimization. This actually talks about other sites that are actually linking to you. And if we head to Majestic, this is a tool. This tool is not free, but there are some other free tools that I'll talk about. And I'm going to open up that same site that I just helped the client with. Okay. You can see here, you'll be able to see all of the backlinks. And I can have a training on this because this is not as, this is more of a behind the scenes of how I work. But you can see here that there are some links here that these are other websites actually linking to me, and these are the words they're linking from. Okay, so how it used to be with the search engines is if you had a whole lot of external links or external sites linking to your site, that meant you were relevant. But a lot of people abuse that. So now it's about the quality of the site that's actually linking to you. So if you had Google or Wikipedia or YouTube, if they link to you directly, that means more than if you had 100,000 other sites linked to you, because those are actually high-powered relevant sites. Okay. So how do you achieve that? You can achieve the links through guest blogging. You can ask to blog on other sites, and that can happen. I've guest blogged on other sites. You can do press release through PR Web, and there are some other free sites out there. And if you want to have a list, I can give you a list of those, and I'll have those on here as well. You can do directory sites that can also link to you, and you can also ask your competition to link to you that are actually relevant in your market. They can also link to you as well. So those are just a small few ways of having other people link to your site. Social media. This is a great way for you to build your brand, because you have to have a Facebook page. Every blog, or whether you're doing a blog or a website, you need to have a Facebook fan page. Okay. And I'm going to show you mine real fast. This is my site. Let me show you my web page. Okay, here's my fan page right here. This is the one for the blog. I also have one for my company, Mo Mindset Consulting. This is for the company right here. And then, as you can see, for the blog, I have a lot more fans, or I have a lot more likes. As you can see, over 2,000 likes. But this way, this also shows the search engines that what you're blogging about is actually relevant to what the people have to offer, because you actually have, if you could make content that is relevant to people, they're going to want to like and share it, and they're going to share it to their friends, and that's going to also send signals to the search engines that what you're blogging about is relevant. So you want to be on social media platforms. Now, you don't want to be on all of them. So, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google Plus, on and on. What you want to do, research on where your clientele and customer base are. And that's where you want to develop accounts where they are, so you can make sure that you have social media accounts where your customer base is. So then when you do articles or blogs and they like the articles or they share them, they're sharing them in places where it's other relevant people that you're trying to target as well. So you want to do research, find out where they are, create accounts on those sites. Okay, so those are the 3 things I really want to go over, and I'm gonna just end with some sites I have, and I'm gonna show you where we are ranking, so you can know. Let me do Baton Rouge Limo, and then you can see. If you can see here, okay, now with the search engines, this is the ads. These are the ads right here, and then you may also have some ads on the right. This right here is the map. This is for local search. Okay, this is if you have a product or if you have a business. Okay, for bloggers, usually you're not as concerned about local, but if you are, let me know and I'll get more into that in another training. But this is what you're after, the organic search. And if you can see, we are number 3 on page 1 of the organic search. Okay, so that's one site I've helped out on. Let me show you another one. Nashua Limo Service. This is another site. As you can see, we're number 1 here in the organic search and map listing as well. Okay, and then we have the ads above. Okay, I'm just showing you that I do actually know what I'm doing. Okay, you can see Eugene, Oregon dentists. Okay, and you can see Chris Dental. Okay, number 1 here on the map and number 1 here on organic. Remember, all these are ads. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a few of the sites that I had to show you that we do know what we're doing. And if I show you the Baton Rouge Limo rental site, you'll see there's not a whole lot to the site, so it's not very flashy. But what it is that there's a lot of content here. So the search engines view this as an authoritative site because there's a lot of content here. And if you look under services, there's a lot under that tab. This is almost like having a blog with a lot of blog articles. So where we are over the competition is that I wrote a lot of pages on different services we offer. For instance, quinceañeras. Most limo companies don't even talk about this, but this is a page on the site that has gotten a lot of hits because when people look for that, this company is one of the only ones that has a page on that, so they automatically jump to the top. And over time, all of these services have helped the whole website rank. And so it's all about, as I said, remember from the beginning. As I said, if you don't remember anything else, authoritative, regularly written content that's relevant over time will help to get your site or blog ranked. So if you don't remember anything else that we had talked about that I talked about today, remember that. Content that's relevant and done frequently will get you ranked over time. Okay, so it has been a pleasure to teach you all about SEO and how to enhance your blog, how to enhance your website to get more sites, to get more customers to look at your websites and to get more eyeballs on what you have to offer. So I'm going to hand it off to you, Josh and David. Did you all have anything, or are there any questions? No, I don't have any questions.
Hey, that was a really awesome training. I just want to actually piggyback off of what you said at the very beginning when you were in the keyword tool. One thing that I learned, and I'll share my screen real quick.
Okay.
Unmuted.
All right. So go to keyword tool. And then you know, you type in your keyword just like you said. You find let's just go with blog. It's the theme of the day. You get your ideas from here, and what I just actually learned today is you want to, you know, if this number is above 200, it's good. And so let's just say make a blog, all right? Then go to Google, and if you put this in quotes, you can see how many, you know, results are out there. And if this is under 100,000, and this is what I was, you know, just told today from a training that I had, if that's under 100,000, your chances of ranking for that is a lot higher. So whenever you look for a keyword, that might be just a, you know, a quick extra step to see, you know, what your chances are to get that ranked. All right. So let me unmute.
Unmuted.
That's a good point, John. That's a good point. Yeah, and then, you know, like I said, there's a whole lot about SEO, but just to, you know, narrow it into about 15 to 20 minutes is hard. I mean, because, you know, there's a lot about, you know, SEO and all that we could talk about. So yeah, I had to just hand an overview, and then if anybody wants to know more about it, they could just ask, and we could do a follow up training in the future.
Right, and you know, I just want to encourage you. SEO is technical, but if you do like what Jason says, and you know, you syndicate that stuff like on Facebook and stuff like that, that's going to get you, you know, pretty fast results. And you know, if you want more information about, you know, SEO and about syndication and just in general building an online business, I encourage you to go to MondayNightMastermind.com and check out this product that we made. It's called the 12 Steps to Online Success. We've made this with the intention to help people succeed in their online business. And we've got testimonials here from top leaders in the industry, and testimonials from people that have joined us on our webinar. And we've got all this really great content. So I encourage you to check that out at MondayNightMastermind.com. And I think that's all I have. David, do you have anything to add?
No, I don't have anything to add. I just have next week, what I'm going to be discussing is the 4 stages of your online business and how to successfully move through each stage. Because if you don't know how to do that, you'll get stuck at one stage, and 5 years later, you'll still be at that same stage. So we're going to talk about the 4 stages of your online business and the strategy to successfully move through each stage.
All right. With that, everybody, take care and God bless, and we will see you next week.